one of the things that I've done to growth hack, and that's how I graduated high school, right? In high school, there was a program specifically made for young pregnant students, okay? If you were pregnant, it was going to be tough to go to school every day. So
Welcome to the Growth Hacking Secrets Show with Carlos A. Vasquez, where we share actionable strategies and tactics to grow businesses no matter what industry you're in. Now your host, Carlos A. Vasquez.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Growth Hacking Secrets podcast. I'm your host, Carlos A. Vasquez, and today I wanted to talk to you about what is growth hacking. You're probably wondering, what the heck is growth hacking? What is this all about? Well, I'm hoping that I can give you some clarity and help you understand that if you're not trying to growth hack your efforts, then you're probably doing it wrong, okay? Growth hacking is essentially still relatively new, but it's only new because someone has just recently gave it a name, right? It's kind of like when you've been doing something over and over and over, and then finally when someone puts a name to it, you're like, yeah, that's exactly what I've been doing. Well, you've probably been growth hacking already, but you just didn't know it, right? So growth hacking is essentially, in my opinion, being able to use strategies and tactics to get the most results without putting as much effort as everyone else, okay? So if I were to compare that to anything, it's kind of like when I was in school, in elementary school, middle school, high school, even in university. I was in a gifted program. Well, you know what? I wasn't in a gifted program in university, but the same tactics I did apply in university. However, I was in a gifted program, and I'm not saying this to brag. I'm actually saying it because Giftie Kids, they had to be taught differently. And the reason why is because they were constantly trying to find shortcuts to get the most results without doing all of the hard work. Now, I'm not saying that we were lazy to the point where we didn't want to just do any hard work. Well, I guess maybe I am. But if there was a way where we can work smarter rather than harder, we were always trying to find a way to do that, okay? And that's what the gifted program is all about, all right? It wasn't a bunch of geniuses that were just so smart. It was just a bunch of kids that wanted to find a smarter way to get things done. So they had to find different ways to stimulate us, to engage us, because we were constantly trying to find those shortcuts, okay? And when we did, we taught those shortcuts and we shared it with everyone else, which is kind of like what I'm doing right now, right? I'm learning things out and I'm going to share it with as many people as possible so that way they don't have to get stuck doing all the hard work like everyone else. And that's how we just evolve as a society, as in the world, right? I mean, that's where electricity came in. People were constantly trying to find better ways to do things without having to do the same and hard work that like everyone else was, right? So I'll give you an example of how one of the things that I've done to growth hack, and that's how I graduated high school, right? In high school, there was a program specifically made for young pregnant students, okay? If you were pregnant, it was going to be tough to go to school every day. So they didn't want to penalize these young girls because they couldn't make it to school. So they came up with a program that said, if you pass the HSTT test, which was the high school competency test at the time, now it's called the FCAT. Thank God I don't have to take that FCAT, but the HSCT test. If you pass the HSCT test and passed the GED test, then Miami-Dade County Public Schools gave you a high school diploma. They said you have met the requirements of someone that knows what they need for GED, and you've demonstrated high school competency, so they're going to reward you with a high school diploma. Now, the program was made with them in mind. However, it wasn't restricted. Now, why it wasn't restricted to them, I don't know. It could have been probably discriminatory if it was only restricted to them. But when I found out about this program, when I knew that I was going to the Marine Corps and I didn't have to worry about having to take an SAT, an ACT, I didn't have to worry about GPA. When I figured out that this program existed and I discovered that there was no limitation to them, I took this test. I took both of the tests. I passed both of the tests. And essentially, I graduated high school as a sophomore. I graduated high school with the same requirements as a sophomore. I just didn't have to go to school anymore. I didn't have to worry about credits. I didn't have to worry about community service. I went to school to play drums because I was in a marching band. I was a drummer. I was in a high school band. I was in jazz band. I was in all those bands. So I just had a blast playing drums. And then I also went to my programming class. And all we did was a bunch of LAN parties. We were playing StarCraft. We were playing Duke Nukem, Doom. We were playing Quake. I mean, we were having a ball. So my high school years were phenomenal. They were great. I had a great time. And I didn't have to worry about all the hard work that everyone else was doing because I met all the requirements of graduating high school. So I shared this information with other gifted students. And sure enough, other gifted students jumped on it, and some other people there were some that they wanted to go to university, that they had to get the GPA and the ACT and SAT, so they still had to do all that stuff. But others, they're like, I don't care. I'm not going to worry about college. Just going to go ahead. I just need to graduate high school so I can at least get the basic requirement. And sure enough, a lot of us did that. So it's kind of like the same thing. It's kind of like going to the gym. When you go to the gym, you work out, and you can spend every day working out, pumping iron. But you're not going to grow as fast if you don't try supplements. Supplements are like the growth hack. They're like biohacks. It's a way to grow your muscles without having to do all the hard work, right? You're still going to have to pump iron. But now with a supplement, with a hack, you're able to speed up your efforts. So it's like the same thing, okay? So growth hacking is a mindset to constantly trying to find a way to marry technology, strategies, tactics with a real world use. And that's what growth hacking is all about. Okay, so if you don't have this mindset, understand that you are probably going to be working harder rather than smarter. If you want to make money and you only are depending to work hard at it, then your efforts are not going to be as exponential as someone that has found a hack to speed up their efforts, to increase their efforts, to make it more exponential. So you need to change your mindset. Constantly trying to find ways to marry a real-world use with the software out there. And that's what this show is all about. I'm going to go ahead and share with you different software and tactics that are going to help you growth hack your business, your efforts, and just about anything and everything that I can find. And I'm also bringing on other people that have found growth hacks because obviously I can't know everything, but I'm going to bring in more people that have discovered other growth hacks to grow their business, whether it's for networking, whether it's for your website, SEO, marketing, Facebook, whatever I can find. I'm going to share it here on the show. So that's it. That's the episode for today. Now you know a little bit more of what growth hacking is all about. And if you want to share one of your growth hacks, please, I invite you to come onto the show and just tell me. I have a form. I created a form on the website. If you go to miamimarketer.com/growth, I have a button right there that you can tap on, click on, whatever, if you're on your phone or your computer or iPad, whatever, and just tell me more about what you want to talk about. And if it's a good fit for the show, I'd love to have you on the show. So miamimarketer.com/growth. And that's it for today. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening to the Growth Hacking Secrets Show with Carlos A. Vasquez. Want to join the exclusive growth hacking community? Of course you do. Make sure to visit us at miamimarketer.com/growth for more info. See you soon.